What is going on, YouTube? I am Germ here, and I never know what to do with my channel on the weekends as far as content, as far as how many videos to upload, when to upload them, because I'm always competing with the LEC and the LCS, especially during big series, big weekends. You know, this is finals weekend, so I wasn't really planning on making a video. I don't want to release anything too spicy, too much of a banger today, because there's a chance that it just gets lost in the craziness of this weekend. And if people are on YouTube and Twitch watching LEC, watching LCS, they're not on YouTube watching videos, and that's great. That's awesome. I want the LEC and the LCS to do well. I want people to watch them. I want that stuff to grow. But it makes the weekends a little bit of a challenge for my channel. So I just wanted to hop on for a little bit, kind of give my thoughts on this FNATIC Rogue series that just got done, and talk about why all of a sudden I think the short-term and long-term future of Rogue is really in question, because holy crap, that was an ugly, ugly series. So definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy this video. I would appreciate it so much. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content, and consider checking out my Patreon, patreon.com/IamGerm. If you want to help support my channel and my content just a little bit extra, I would appreciate it a ton. With that being said, here we go. Let's get right into this. FNATIC and Rogue, they just got done playing. This was the losers bracket final. The winner obviously is going to take on Mad Lions in the LEC championship, but there is a lot more than that at stake. A big thing here is that the loser goes to the world play-in stage, and the winner automatically qualifies for the world group stage. And you know, maybe that's not the biggest deal in the world, but last year Mad Lions, having to play through the play-ins, they actually didn't make it out. They actually didn't even make it to the group stage, and that was embarrassing. That was a tough road for them. You know, they had to go all the way out to China just to play a couple of play-in games and then go home. That had to be, it was definitely embarrassing. It had to hurt their confidence, had to hurt their egos. It was a bad look for the players, a bad look for the org. Obviously, Mad Lions was able to come back from it just fine, but that's not something you want to do when your goal is to get to Worlds, to make it out of groups at Worlds, to make it to World Semis, compete for World titles. It starts with getting to the World group stage and getting to go there, getting extra practice time, extra scrim time, extra solo queue time, extra practice time, or extra time to relax if you want to do that as well. Skipping that play-ins can be a very, very good thing. Now, sometimes play-ins is good. We know, back a couple of years ago in the LCS, Cloud9, it seems like would go through the play-ins, go through Gauntlet, go through play-ins, and it would really help them into the group stages and into quarterfinals and stuff. But, I mean, for the most part, most teams would like to just go straight to the group stage, and then you're a better seed. It just helps out altogether. So not only are these teams competing for their lives in the LEC playoffs, but I think more importantly for that placing at the World Championships. And this series did not go well for Rogue. Obviously, a lot of people were predicting a Rogue 3-0, a Rogue 3-1, because FNATIC had a close series with Vitality, had a close series with Misfits, had a close series with G2. They kept finding ways to eke it out, but Rogue is, the #1 seed in the LEC regular season. They were coming in looking good. Yes, they didn't look so great against Mad Lions, but everyone still thought, Mad Lions, they might be one of the best teams in the world right now. Even though they couldn't beat Mad Lions, they should still be able to beat FNATIC. FNATIC's had a good, crazy run. It's been a good story. They made it to Worlds, but this is where the FNATIC, hope or whatever kind of ends, and they can start preparing for Worlds. They can start preparing for those play-ins. And that was not what happened at all. FNATIC smacked them all around. They really beat them in all different kinds of ways. They had some early game wins. They had some games where they lost the early game. They came back and stomped Rogue in like mid-game team fights. This was very, very ugly. This was very, very disgusting. Everyone on FNATIC played well. Niski had a great series. Adam had a good series. Bwipo played well. The bot lane, even though they got solo killed or 2v2 killed, whatever you want to call it, a couple times, they still overall had a decent series. Hylissang looked like a monster. This FNATIC team looks very, very scary. And all of a sudden, we're going to have a very fun series between Mad Lions and FNATIC in the final. And it's really looking like Europe has two very, very strong teams heading into the World Championships. And I think that is a great look. They have two teams who I could legitimately see getting out of groups. That is awesome. That is fun. As a fan of Western League of Legends, that is exactly what I want to see. But on the other hand, Rogue is in a very, very tough spot. Again, we just talked about how Mad Lions didn't make it out of the play-in stage last year. That was as the 4 seed from Europe. Obviously, Rogue is going as the 3 seed from Europe. But I tweeted this out, and I have questions all of a sudden. Is Rogue going to be able to make it out of play-ins? I don't know, because we've seen Rogue be very, very good. And in the they in the spring were one single game away from an LEC championship. And how would all of this have changed if Rogue wins a championship, Rogue goes to MSI, maybe they have a good MSI, maybe they come into summer with confidence, yada yada yada. But instead we get this version of Rogue that is unconfident, makes weird plays, and just consistently chokes. And now they have this reputation of being chokers, and it seems like that makes them choke even harder because they're trying to prove people that they don't choke. And they hear all the negativity, they hear all these stories and everything going around. And it just has Rogue in a very, very bad spot. And this series with FNATIC, getting 3-0'd by FNATIC, a team that people knew was pretty solid, but people didn't expect them to be this good. This series is now Rogue's last series before going to the World Play-ins. Yes, they're going to have time to regroup. Yes, they're going to have time to practice. Yes, they're going to have time to scrim. But by the time they play in play-ins again, this will have been their last competitive series, their last competitive best of 5. And to me, if a team is already struggling mentally, I don't think it's any problem with Rogue in terms of their players or their skill. This is a very, very good team. They have some of the best players at every single position. They have the LEC MVP and Inspired. They should be good. But obviously, I think they have some cohesion issues as a team, and I also think they have some mental hurdles to get over. So if you're a team already struggling with some mental block, already struggling with some choking, and now you have to go to play-ins, after you just got smacked around by FNATIC, who is the 5th seed, and I actually have this tweet here, I think I have it right here, that no team has ever qualified as a 5th seed and won the LEC. So, they lost to... Not even lost you. They got 3-0'd by the 5th seed in the regular season of FNATIC. Not even supposed to be that great of a team. They're going to have to go to Worlds and compete with some teams that are probably, a similar level to FNATIC, if not even better. Maybe not in the play-ins. I don't know exactly how the play-in groups are going to work and everything, but, they're going to have to play against probably some decent teams. And there's going to be the pressure on them. Obviously, people are going to be comparing them to Mad Lions last year, not making it out, all of that stuff. Is there going to be another major region team to not make it out? I don't know, but all of a sudden, Rogue is in a very, very weird spot with a ton of pressure on them. And if they go to Worlds and they don't make it out of play-ins, even if they make it out of play-ins, they get to groups and they just kind of get smacked around, they are in a very, very weird spot. What does Rogue do for the future? I believe they have all of their players under contract for this next season, but man... You're just going to run this roster back again, which would be fine. They were the best team in the regular season. But again, are you competing for regular season championships or are you competing for LEC championships? Are you competing for LEC championships or, world success? And what is world success? Is that making it to groups, getting out of groups, making semis, making finals? I don't know. This Rogue team is good, but they're not great. But who would you change? What would you change? I don't know. I think all of a sudden Rogue is in a very, very difficult spot. I think their management and their players as well are going to have to make some very, very difficult decisions. And Rogue, in just a couple of weeks, has went from the best team in the LEC to not a very good team that people are very confident in. Again, Europe is supposed to be maybe the second best region in the world. If you're the 3rd seed from Europe, you should still be a pretty damn good team. But that's not how people are looking at Rogue right now. And I think they have a point. I'm very, very nervous for Rogue heading into the play-ins. And if the play-ins go bad, this offseason could get very, very interesting. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate it so much. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about Rogue? Do you think they're fine? Do you think FNATIC are just really good? Are you worried about Rogue? I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.